What's poppin', fellow collectors there, fellow human beings, fellow Suicide Squad anticipators? So I just came out of the theater, and this is my initial reaction video, and I'll follow this up with my actual review. Tonight I get a chance to get home and shoot it and edit it up and everything and make it all nice and pretty. This, of course, will not be as pretty because I want to get it straight up while it's fresh in my mind, right? Okay, so first thing, why is this douchebag driving that fucking close? See, that's what I'm talking about. People, man. Okay, so I enjoyed the movie. I said, motherfucker, really? I enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed the movie. However, I would be a total liar. What the fuck is this? I'm sorry. These fucking people. All right. I would be a total liar if I didn't give you the absolute 100% truth that there were some bits that kind of, not so much problematic, but just detractors from the overall movie and the overall experience. Now, am I saying it was horrible? No. Am I saying it was bad? Oh God, was it bad? No, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying that, yeah, from a critical standpoint, I can see some things. Now, as far as some of this stuff this is what this is going to be. This is my initial reaction, right? Yeah, but more than anything, this is my debunker. I'm debunking. All right. So I'm debunking critical reviews that we've seen come out before this. Okay. I will vouch for the villain problem. The villain problem is a very real issue. I'll deal with that in my review, so more on that later. But yeah, the villain problem is a problem. Yeah, like, it's a problem. Not horrible, not like, not horrible, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you, yeah, you sharded, or you think you sharded, so it's bad, but you don't know how bad. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not the worst it could be. You know what I'm saying? It's not like vomiting and shitting on yourself at work or in class or something in a public space. It's more like, you know, you're at home bad, sharded. You're at home and you sharded bad. It's much more like that, you know, as far as the villain issue, right? That's a crazy analogy. You only get that on Brave Story Review, right? Okay, so but the question is, do you really want? Oh, don't worry about it. So villain problem, yeah. That I gotta give it to the reviewers on that one. The reviewer that yeah, gotta give it to them. All right. Another thing that I saw a lot of people were talking about was, or a lot of these bullcrap reviewers were talking about, or critics were talking about, how they spent the first part of the movie building these guys to be so horrible, right? Only to make you fall, or try to convince you to fall in love with them, or convince you they're good guys later on in the movie. That is totally bullshit. Don't be fooled by it. It's totally BS. In the beginning, they do go through and show you how, and not all of them, some of them, right? I'm trying my best. I'm doing spoilers on this portion of it. They do go through and show you beginning stories, okay? The contrast, or where I feel like the critiques that have come out are full of shit, and I'll release the gas from them, is they don't try to spin the first half or whatever showing you how horrible of people they are. Nah, in all actuality, they give you their story, right, and what got them to where they are, but then, or for the most part, but then they also show you vulnerability. You see what I'm saying? And I think that they follow up with that throughout the story. That gives leeway throughout the rest of the story for you to see these guys aren't as horrible. And in some cases, they're kind of victims of circumstance. In some cases, victims of circumstance. In other cases, yeah, bad guys, but not just evil to the bone. You dig what I'm saying? It's not like that. So if you've read that critique, or you watched that critique in the review, it's BS. I'm calling BS on it right now. It's not true. I've seen critiques where they talk about, for a large part of the movie, people are just standing around, or that's a problematic portion of the movie. People are just standing around. I'm gonna go 50-50 on that. I'm gonna go 50-50 on that, because there are scenes where people are standing around, but that goes to the villain. I think that goes to the villain, the choice of villain, the choice of the antagonist in this is what caused that. You dig what I'm saying? Croc. I've read critiques or critic views where they said the most interesting character who I really wanted to know more about was Croc. Nah, no, please. As a matter of fact, I could have did without Croc, and not because, you know, he didn't fit, not because his ability was this, that, and the third, too overpowering or not powerful enough. Just straight up and down, I wasn't happy with his visual appeal. Was all that he was. His visual appeal was all that he was. I don't want to kill it too. I don't want to go too deep. But yeah, so Croc was not the big catch of the movie. The big draw was Croc, and they really cheated us on Croc because you didn't get enough of Croc. Nah, man, it wasn't like that. So please, as a matter of fact, when you go watch it, and I want you to hit me back in the comments of this video or on my review later on, I want you to hit me back and tell me what you thought of Croc, because everyone has an opinion, and everyone's opinion is valid to them. In this case, it'll be valid to me because I'm asking, right? Okay, so that's that. I don't want to do it too much. Let me see what else can I hit on without taking too much out of my sales for the review. Joker. I love Joker. I love Jared Leto's take on the Joker, and I'm telling you, it leaves you wanting so much more, but it's not like unsatisfying, dissatisfying. Is that a thing? I don't know. It's not like you don't get your Joker. You want more Joker because he's such a good Joker. The Joker Harley dynamic is like intense, and the cool part about it is it's not just something that's in the beginning of the movie. I'm going to say that much right now, okay? But you definitely want more Joker, and you can see, you could tell how I personally feel like this is definitely a setup for more Joker and Harley Quinn. You better fucking believe it. You better fucking believe it. I'm going to give you that. That's not a spoiler. If they would be bonkers insane, you should see what I see. They would be bonkers insane, dumb as fuck, to not give you more Joker. This fucking Joker could have his own movie, straight up and down, in the spirits of having a Suicide Squad, because we don't really typically get movies from the villain's standpoint, right, or perspective, right? So, but they've broken that ground by doing Suicide Squad. So if they were smart, those motherfuckers would do a Harley and Joker movie. I wish shit. You did a Batman v Superman, do it, because, okay, you give Margot, this is how you do it. You give Margot Robbie, I think it's Robbie, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. You give Margot Robbie her joint, the Harley Quinn movie. I'm telling you, DC, if you really want to get this thing popping, because you are having some problems, I will give them that. I will give it that. They are having some problems. You want to get this thing popping, give Margot her go at daggone at Harley Quinn, and then you follow that up with a Harley Joker sequel, or just a Harley Joker movie, period. Those two movies need to be made, period. Those two movies need to be made, all right? Let's come out of that, all right, because I'll deal with it more in my review. Deadshot. A lot of people were worried about, is this going to be Will Smith doing the Will Smith thing? Why the fuck do you have a problem with Will Smith being Will Smith? I'm going to ask that question first and foremost. You know, I'm starting to get irritated by certain little things. Now, I'm trying to be real cool about it. You know, no, I'm not really trying to be cool. No, but I'm being cool. I'm being cool about it, right? I just notice, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to certain people, and I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give a fuck what you think my perspective is on it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be straight up with you. When it comes to certain people, we can't, I'm just tired of that one. you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A 40, Anu, you hear me? You know, me and you, bro. Me and you. Hey, I'll be real with you. They needed Will Smith in this movie. On the real. They needed Will Smith. Margot, Will, they needed them. They needed them. As far as the Suicide Squad goes, as far as keeping the pace of the movie, they needed them, period. And I enjoyed him. He didn't play. I don't want to give too much right now. I keep saying it. It's hard. Because of the intro, I'm going to say that. Because of how they introduce his character, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Because of how they introduce his character, right? It allows him to play Deadshot in the way that he was. And I liked it. So you're going to hear some people, I'm pretty sure you're going to hear some people, this is Will Smith. There's no Will Smith. It's Will Smith. black guy. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it, right? You know what I'm saying? But really, you needed him. You definitely needed him. You definitely needed him for this, and it helped out a lot. Now there are some points that just kind of take away from it. I'll deal with that more in the review later, okay? But I would like to see a Will Smith Deadshot movie. I'd be happy. You know what? Maybe they should concentrate on some of their villains in some of these movies. I'm telling you right now, you're definitely going to get a sequel. Here's what I recommend for you. Now I'm going to hold that. Should I hold that for the review? I should hold that for the review. You're definitely going to get a sequel. You should get a sequel. Okay, so that's as far as I want to go right now, because if I go any further, I'm going to just go too far. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Oh, I will say this. RoboCop. I love that dude, man. Ever since, I don't know, how many of you guys seen The Killing? From The Killing, which was a TV show that I first saw him on, right? Ever since that time, I knew this guy was going to fucking be going. I knew he was on the way up, right? He did The Killing. Shortly after that, he did RoboCop. He was also on House of Cards. He's on his way. So I enjoy his performance. There's certain things he's got to work on, though. He's got to get there. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the movie. I had a good time. Coolest part, and I'm gonna do this here instead of doing this in the review. I'm gonna say it for the review, and I might touch on it, but I'm gonna do it here. Coolest part. I was at a point in a theater and I'm watching the movie. We're towards the end part, right? I think like the final fight or whatever the case is with the bad guy or whatever, right? That's not a spoiler, right? So need some light. Can you see me? No, you ain't no light. So everybody's watching it, and I think everybody's feeling the same way, because I know I'm feeling certain feelings, and I'll get into that in the review. And you hear a little kid in the front of the theater, and like there's this scene where the bad guy is trying to lure out the good guys, and this little kid is like, no, she's lying, don't do it. And everybody responds to it. All these nerd adults and regular adults, and everybody's happy. That's what it's about. It's not about it being some fucking literary work, some fucking Oscar-winning performance is going to be broken down and analyzed by all of the PhD critics and reviews. That's what it's about. For me, anyways, I don't know what it's about for you, but for me, when I go see the little superhero movies, the sci-fi, those things that touch back on my childhood, I'm looking for that feeling that I had as a child checking out these stories. And to hear kids in a theater responding in that way, that's what I like. That was like the biggest thing. That was the movie, in spite of how much I liked the movie, that was the biggest part of the movie for me. Everyone laughing at the kid, and he didn't stop. He kept going like, don't do it. No, he's responding. And man, it was cool. Because it's with so much going on in the world today, and I'm gonna get into. Can I get into my social shit? I'm gonna get into it. With so much going on in the world today, man, with so many kids who aren't kids anymore, who aren't able to be kids. You know what I'm saying? Or because of technology, they've stepped up so far past like toys and caring about the superhero stuff, unless it's in a video game or a phone app. It's cool to hear a kid just be a kid and respond to a movie of superheroes or whatever the case is, and really be engaged. So for me, that right there made the whole experience a 10. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get into my rating system later. What I will tell you is, yeah, go see it. You will enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. There are some things, but go into it with your own mindset. It's not a thing. It's not one of the things where you say, well, I'm going to skip it because such and such reviewer, such and such hotshot critic review said such and such and bung blah 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 blah. And fuck that. Go see the movie. I enjoyed it. All right. Until my full movie review, I'm out of here, man.